I think we might be live. Yes, we are. I should remove the watermark down at the bottom, I think. Okay. Hi and welcome. We're doing Pagan Rus today, as usual. I bought some new reference material. I bought the Armies of Medieval Russia, 750 to 1250. I bought the Varangian Guard, 998 to 1453, and also the Khazars, Judeo-Turkish Empire on the Steppes, 7th to 11th century AD. So, and these are just reference material, basically, and of course Osprey, their Men-at-Arms series. Okay, so what we're doing today, as always, we're doing Pagan Rus. We have our 24 guys. I haven't done anything since the last stream I did. I don't know if I should do that or not, because the I wouldn't say the progress is slow. The progress is pretty quick, but it will take a while to finish all of this. And I don't know how much sculpting people want to see. So when you want me to change subject or anything, just put it in the comments below or whatever. And if anyone's watching, please say hi, as always, because it's much easier if we have a bit of discussion going. And if you have any questions, just ask away. I will try and answer anything that is mini related. So if we just move the ones that are done to one side, we can start focusing on the important bits. Is this one done? No, it's not. Not that. That one is done. So it looks like 5 of them are done, and those ones also. That one. Hey Martin. So we have 7 minis done. it looks like. So 17 to go. Or are we calling this done? I don't know. It's very close. Not after I did that. Maybe. No. Thank you, Martin. I have tried to do a better close-up than last time. I currently trying to improve basically one thing each stream. So feedback is much appreciated. Currently the hardest thing for me is to film the actual sculpting. I haven't figured out a good way for doing that because I've tried different setups with overhead cameras, but I haven't really got it to work yet. But hopefully someday I will. So as I said, I haven't really decided on if I should do things between the streams, because I want to obviously want to do this project, but I also want to show it and finish it. So I don't know. No idea. on the Wargaming news front today, I saw that Warwick Kinraid, who wrote Battle Group and wrote Soldiers of God and Soldiers of Rome, they had a bit of a spoiler for the next game from his rule sets, which is Nom 68. So it's a Vietnam War game. They did a spoiler for basically a rules page, and last year, if you go and look at the channel, I painted a lot of Vietnam War minis. I have like 3 armies basically. And that was in anticipation of Work Kinraid's game. So I'm very excited to see that it is coming along. I've never played a Vietnam War miniatures game. I don't know if people generally think it's too close to current times, maybe. But one could argue that World War II also is pretty close to current times. But yeah, I'm very excited. And since I've already painted all the minis, I just have to pick up the rules and then I can start playing the game. Which is basically my favorite thing about playing historical games, because you can use the minis for several different systems. You basically just have to worry about the basing of the minis, but since I do generally at least a couple of armies for each gaming system, then I can decide on the basing myself. I don't have to really worry about what basing my opponent has or anything. And today in Sweden, where I live, we are going to have 2 days off, most of the people. So I will probably be streaming tomorrow also, and on Friday. Just so we get some progress. Yes. Apparently Martin doesn't have Friday off. But I have. So now let's see how the focusing works. Hopefully that is in focus. Someone can please tell me if it is or if it isn't. It looks like it's a bit dark. So I might have to work on the lighting a bit. Or I don't know. Yes, it's a bit dark. It looks a bit dark. I don't know if I can change that. Can I change that by doing that maybe? Oh, not really. No. Okay. I have to look into that then. It's a bit dark. You will have to survive today, unfortunately. It will be a bit of trial and error, I guess, until we get everything set up correctly. So when I was looking at my reference books, and if you weren't here at the start, I bought the armies of medieval Russia. They also had like very long straight pants. So I'm going to do a couple of those also. And they look quite wide. So it's basically that they didn't always use what do you call that? They're called like where you bind cloth around your lower leg. We'll put these or something in later in World War One, but I don't know what if it's called the same. So I'm going to do some with straight pants and some with the balloony pants, I guess. And the straight pants are so much easier to sculpt. The only thing you have to take care of is that you want the bottom edge as straight and crisp as possible. Maybe not straight, but at least as crisp as possible. And you want the trousers, pants, whatever, to be the same dimensions basically all the way down. At least in this case, so they shouldn't taper off, is what I'm trying to say. So what we do when we do the lower part is that I basically push the tool into the green stuff and push the green stuff upwards to make a clean line, and then I tidy up that clean line, and I do that several times because each time you get a crisper and crisper edge. And then you need to, after that, you just smooth everything out. And for like now this is cloth, so the everything doesn't have to be like perfectly like 90 degrees. If I were doing that, I would probably do the edge as neatly as possible that I could do, and then wait 10-15 minutes for the green stuff to firm up a bit, and then go in and just refine the edge. Or maybe, since you also can go in and just cut green stuff away if you need to. That is also a possibility. And the good thing about doing this with green stuff is that it sticks to the mini, but you can remove it if you want to. You basically just have to cut it away with a sharp knife. So there is no real reason not to try to do some sculpting and or conversion work with green stuff. And most, if not all, of us that are in this hobby have minis that we're not going to use. So just start trying things out. I would suggest trying to find a some kind of project or some kind of inspirational work or something that you want to copy. When I have tried to teach myself sculpting before, I mainly tried to just copy other minis, because then you can just put them next to each other and get the look and feel and the dimensions correct. Hi Ethwin, watching from the office. Nice. So yeah, or another thing where you can find inspiration, that I have found a lot of inspiration, is computer games. There are a lot of different, just put on some kind of, if you don't play the game yourself, just go on YouTube or Twitch or anything and start watching a stream, and then just get inspiration that way. Because then you can just start googling like still images or whatever from different games, so you and then start sculpting from those. And I would also, when you start off, don't try to like do your own minis from the start. Try to do basically conversion work, adding things, removing things, and then after a while you can start doing like basically body parts and move up from there. I have recently started sculpting heads, which is something that I've tried a couple of times unsuccessfully, but this time I'm quite pleased. Not 100%, but I have have a couple on the go, that is also something that I would recommend, is not doing one mini at a time, doing a couple, so you don't have to sit around and wait. The sculpts are going slowly but surely forward, I would say, as well. I'm making progress, which is basically the main thing, I would say. And also, when starting out, try to do thin layers of green stuff and not doing one big fat layer. So there's nothing wrong with doing like 1 or 2 layers of bulking out before doing the actual details that you plan to do, because then you have a bit more control of the end result. It takes quite a lot longer, but it's all about building confidence. So just doing tiny layers, feeling satisfied with the result, and then adding onto that satisfactory feeling. Yeah, I would say when you start off, I would say as a starting point, just try to copy something. Take a slightly more detailed mini from your collection and try to do that as a starting point. Like adding like bags or whatever. Just so you have a reference to look at instead of trying to do something from the absolute just from nothing. So try to do that first, I would say, and then build the confidence up from there, because it's I find that easier. Yeah, exactly. And I would also say try to make soft forms instead of very straight 90 degree forms, because the soft forms are much easier to get a feel for, and the 90 degrees, like 90 degree edges, are it takes a while to learn to do those, but doing basically, as you say, a backpack or a pouch, much easier to do as a starting project. I know when I started doing, I added a lot of bags and pouches on my on one of my Games Workshop Chaos armies, and that got me quite far, actually. Pouches are actually extremely simple to do. Because you do them in two parts. So if you look at the pouch, basically on a mini, you have the pouch, and then you have the string, and then the opening. And you start off by doing the pouch as a basic like teardrop shape, and then you add a ball of green stuff at the top as the opening, and then you poke that and just try to form the opening with your sculpting tool. So pouches are really simple to do, and it's all about building confidence, I would say. Also, you might not believe me when I tell you, but feathers, single feathers on a surface is remarkably easy. It's almost ridiculously easy. Because, can I show you this in some good way? You basically have also a teardrop shape that you do very flat. Then you take your just a sharp tool, preferably basically a knife, and you just score the flat oblong shape that you have in V shapes, leaving a tiny slither of something in the middle, and that's your basic feather on a flat surface. So and it looks magnificent on a mini if you add just feathers on like a coming from the arm downwards or something. Looks, yeah. That is more for the fantasy minis, or if you're doing, yeah, Native Americans maybe. I don't know how many other, or probably loads of civilizations that used feathers for stuff, but that's the ones that came to mind. So starting off with stuff like that, and then building from there. Sails for 1 in 1200 ships. The problem you will find with sails is getting the since they're basically C-shaped. If they're moving, or if you're doing straight ones, then that is no problem, I would say. I would probably do a how would I model a sail? I would probably take a something. You need something to put the green stuff on, so some kind of metal thingy. I would probably do something, or yeah, like a brass sheet, or what I used to do is to use like wait. So this is a tube of tomato paste. So you eat the contents, cut it up, then you shape the metal in as a sail, and then scallop on that just to get the wrinkly parts of the sail. I would probably try that, so you have something to sculpt on. Yeah, exactly. Because just doing it from green stuff, I think that would be very hard. You could also you could probably peel the green stuff. You could try to peel the green stuff away from the metal after you're done. If that doesn't, depending on how thick you do the sail, or if you only add details with the green stuff, then you of course don't do that. Yeah, so try that out and use some kind of wax or something else, water or something, that so you the green stuff doesn't stick too much to the tool, because that usually frustrates people. I would. Well, this is Vaseline. It's sculpting Vaseline, but I would guess the it works with ordinary Vaseline also. So, but water or something else works also. I just prefer this. It cost me like 5 euros, I think, for one of these. It's from Green Stuff World. What are those? Spanish, I think. But I would guess ordinary Vaseline works. Because using a Vaseline makes the shaping of everything so much easier. So what I'm doing now, basically, I'm just bulking these out and making a good round shape for the next layer, which will be the detail. All the details will go on onto this. So since I cut off a lot of plastic, I just want to make like a round shape. So say that those are done also. I think maybe, yeah. I will try and do a bit more. Eventually I want to do a bit more close-up when I do all these bulking out and detail work. So I guess it's kind of hard to see now. You just see the end result all the time. But I don't know if I need to do a separate like sculpting tutorial video. Not that I'm a pro at sculpting, but I might just do that because that might be a bit simpler to film separately. Since like how I sit now, I would like the camera to be basically here where my head is, so I have to figure out a way to do that. But other people have managed, so maybe need to get like a stand or something for the camera, just to put it in the. Because now I just have a tripod on my. For that one, I have a. See you, Hethwell. I just have a tripod on my desk for that camera, and for the close-up camera, I just did a tiny setup for that also. That I have to change the lighting for, of course, but so yeah, in some way buy some kind of camera stand, I guess. And we are coming up on the hour mark, so I think we will stop here, and I have 3 more I have to bulk out, and then I have a couple that I need to decide if I want what I want to do with those. I might do the bulking out off camera because that is not the most interesting part. And then we can come back next time with some detail work instead. I think that will be an excellent plan. Actually. So, as I said before, I have a day off tomorrow from work and on Friday, so I will probably do a stream on both of those days. And I think we will stop the stream here. Thank you to all who watched and everyone that will watch the recording afterwards. And I see you all tomorrow. Bye.